All In 2018 was an industry-changing moment. Fast forward 5 glorious years, and Tony Khan's promotion is now on the verge of putting on their second ever All In pay-per-view. So now feels like as appropriate a time as any to take a look back at those iconic moments that suddenly turned AEW doubters into believers. I am Gareth here from What Culture Wrestling, and here are 10 exact moments AEW forced you to be all in. Number 10, Pac is freshly squeezed, Revolution 2020. Orange Cassidy finally trying against the mother of all bastards very nearly left the Wintrust Arena with a gigantic hole in it. The crowd and folks at home were having the time of their damn lives, watching this half-assed legend piss off the violent Geordie with his trademark mind games. And for many, it was this surreal, ingenious and undeniably hilarious moment that kick-started their love for all things elite. Number 9, Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa go lights out, St. Patrick's Day Slam 2021. It's fair to say AEW's women's division hadn't really been given quite as much spotlight as many had hoped heading into 2021. While the likes of Hikaru Shida, Riho, Nyla Rose and Serena Deeb had all done what they could to elevate the division, the fact their bouts and angles were rarely given the time and attention they deserved left the ladies simply feeling like a bit of an afterthought really. But that changed during St. Patrick's Day Slam 2021's unsanctioned main event. The first ever women's bout to close out a Dynamite felt massive, and it was this delicious gritty brawl that made you briefly forget you were living through one of the darkest periods in recent human history. Baker and Rosa both instantly became bona fide AEW stars thanks to their fearless displays. And many were finally forced to take this long overlooked division seriously in the aftermath. Is this your favourite AEW women's match ever? If not, then what is? Let me know in the comment section down below, my friends. Number 8, the Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers give a taste of tag classics to come, Double or Nothing 2019. With Double or Nothing 2019 being AEW's first official pay-per-view, you just knew the various key players involved were going to make it their mission to well and truly hook those watching on. And while another contest may have just edged this bout on the night when it comes to overall quality, 2 of AEW's founding fathers and perhaps their biggest rivals definitely showed folks what to expect when it came to tag team wrestling in this bold new promotion. Gone would be the days of forgettable 2-on-2 encounters between thrown together units over worthless straps. In their place was a breathless, scintillating display of doubles prowess, with both the Young Bucks and Lucha Brothers bumping and firing themselves across the canvas like their lives depended on it. And it was this inventive and relentless spectacle of a match that told the world how AEW wanted to present tag team wrestling going forward. Number 7, Stadium Stampede brings light in the darkness, Double or Nothing 2020. Taking advantage of the fact they were suddenly in the absurd position of being able to wander around an entire empty football stadium, the Elite, oddly accompanied by Matt Hardy, and the Inner Circle set about creating chaotic magic at TIAA Bank Field, Judas effects to mascots, suplexes across the field, moonsaults off the posts, Hangman riding a damn horse, and Kenny Omega's outrageous one-winged angel from the heavens helped cement the first ever Stadium Stampede as one of the most creative and riotous contests in company history. Stadium Stampede galloped onto the scene to remind fans that you could always count on those elite few to deliver the unique and hilarious light in the darkness. Number 6, AEW levels up, All Out 2021. September 5th, 2021's All Out boasted CM Punk's first match in 7 years. And if that surreal return fight wasn't enough for you, this white-hot night in Chicago also saw everything from yet another Young Bucks Lucha Brothers classic to Kenny Omega's AEW World Championship defense against Christian Cage. All that alone was likely enough to make an all-elite fan for life out of just about every single one of the folks who helped break the record for company pay-per-view buys by purchasing this all-out hit. But in a move that ultimately elevated the show to the level of genuine all-timer, the likes of Ruby Soho, Adam Cole and Bryan Bloody Danielson all opted to shockingly strut into town on the night too. Simply put, the summer of 2021 was a vibe, and one that unquestionably helped take AEW to new heights. Number 5, MJF and Punks Feud for the ages, Revolution 2022. Fans were champing at the bit to see CM Punk cross paths with MJF. The pair's instantly iconic first promo war did not disappoint, and neither did the subsequent months of unmissable on-screen drama, with both men doing everything in their power to one-up the other. It honestly felt like you simply couldn't afford to sleep on an episode of Dynamite in the lead up to Revolution 2022 for fear of missing another vital development in the increasingly personal Punk MJF saga. By the time the Salt of the Earth had successfully manipulated the best in the world into dropping his guard on the eve of the pay-per-view, telling the emotional tale of how Punk had been his idol before he walked out on the business, the captivating feud had already established itself as an all-time classic. Their dog collar showdown was merely the blood-soaked icing on a cake that every fan alive wanted a piece of. Number 4, Chris Jericho joins the side. AEW's first press conference 2019. AEW has made a hell of a lot of impactful signings over the last few years, but arguably the most important went down back in January 2019. None other than longtime WWE star Chris Jericho decided to officially kiss goodbye to the security of sports entertainment and take a chance on this elite new kid on the block. And while the likes of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes certainly brought a decent amount of eyes to this burgeoning all-elite landscape, landing someone with the name value of a Y2J instantly made the company feel big time. The promise of a vibrant and exciting new wrestling experience was definitely enough to leave many banging the all-elite drum out of the gates. But the Chris Jericho is all-elite announcement was unquestionably a moment that helped put the company on the map. Number 3, a Brothers War, Double or Nothing 2019. On a night that threw a tag team spectacular, blockbuster number 1 contender main event, and ridiculous debut of a longtime top WWE star at audiences, it was a brothers classic that grabbed the majority of the headlines. In fact, it was a fan on Twitter feeling this hugely moving fight between Cody and Dustin Rhodes was the moment that they realized AEW was going to be special that inspired this very list. And it's not too hard to see why this was the bout that forced them to go all in on all things elite. Heading into the emotionally charged family affair, the American Nightmare was hell-bent on killing the Attitude Era at the first ever Double or Nothing, and putting his brother out of his misery in the process. But no one was honestly ready for the grueling struggle on the horizon, with a horrifically bloody Dustin defiantly refusing to stay down, before eventually being obliterated by his younger sibling. This was utterly mesmerizing pro wrestling storytelling. Number 2, CM Punk returns, Rampage 2021. In a time before brawl-out controversies, all-timer blood feuds, and second comings, the second ever edition of AEW Rampage teased the comeback of one of the biggest stars the business had to offer. And though it wasn't officially confirmed, that still didn't stop AEW selling out the United Center in Chicago on a rumor that turned out to be a dreamlike truth moments after deafening chants of CM Punk rang out around the world-famous arena. There's a solid chance you heard about the best in the world's unlikely comeback to an industry he dramatically left behind 7 years earlier. While the honeymoon undoubtedly ended just over a year later, one Bill Phil is still dividing opinion and forcing you to tune in to see what new pipe bomb is gonna tumble out of his pissy mouth next. Number 1, Hangman becomes elite, Full Gear 2021. It didn't take long to become obsessed with the story of Hangman Adam Page trying to prove himself to his fellow elite chums, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Not even an AEW World Tag Team Championship victory with the cleaner could bring the Millennial Cowboy peace. And Page was soon on the outside looking in, heading down a different path as he battled with crippling anxiety and self-doubt on a weekly basis. A fired up and white-hot Page finally getting the better of Omega at Full Gear 2021 and lifting the AEW World Championship in the process was a finish that hit unlike anything else that came before it on AEW programming due to the masterful way this long-term story had been told. This central narrative showed new fans that AEW possessed the ability to patiently draw you in and ultimately reward your investment in every throwaway comment and curious look. And with the gang now finally back together again, who knows what will be waiting around the corner for these beloved mates in this next elite chapter. All that's certain is that folks at home will be all in every wonderful step of the way. And that's our list. Know of any other exact moments AEW forced you to be all in? Well, let us know all about them in the comment section right down below, and don't forget to like, share, and click on that subscribe button while you're down there. Also, if you're into this sort of stuff, then please head on over to whatculture.com and find some more fantastic articles just like the one this video you're watching right now is based on. I've been Gareth from What Culture Wrestling. Cheers for watching this video today. Now go and check out some more What Culture Wrestling goodness on the channel and have yourself the best of days. See you later.